Are you all right? You aren't. Name's Rowe. Uncle Rowe to most. Welcome to Canterbury Commons. For what that's worth. That must be the 20th time I've seen those two go at it. There are problem citizens, the Mechanist and the Ant Agonizer. A while ago we were attacked by the Ant Agonizer. That woman with the ants, obviously. The Mechanist saved the town with his robots. That was all well and good, but I swear their fights are getting bigger and it's been driving off the merchants. They simply won't leave. Oh, that's terrific. I knew you'd help out. Knew it in my gut, and it's never steered me wrong on a deal yet. Find where the Ant Agonizer and the Mechanist hide and convince them to stop or otherwise end their hostility, and you'll earn 200 caps. You only need to stop one of them, really. Nowadays, I think they only stay in Canterbury to fight each other. You drive a hard bargain, friend. But seeing how we haven't been able to solve the problem ourselves, fine. You've got a deal. But I expect results. Oh, and please do try to use some discretion. We already have plenty of would-be heroes starting wars in our streets. We don't need another. We used to have a better mechanic, but that didn't work out so well. If it'll help. One day there was a crazy woman leading a bunch of ants into town. She said humanity was dead and the ants would inherit the earth, stuff like that. Well, that gave Dom plenty of time to line up a shot or two on the ants. She ran away, but every once in a while she'd stage an attack again. She wasn't much of a threat then. In fact, she was sort of entertaining at first. Gave everyone in town something to talk about. But when the Mechanists started fighting her, things got bad. Ants are easy to shoot, but add robots with lasers, and it got real nasty. He might know more about where you can find them, but don't encourage the poor boy. He's had enough close calls. The Mechanist used to be our town mechanic, Scott Walensky. Quiet guy, but plenty fierce with a wrench and some solder. Guy used to take care of a robot that protected the town until it got torn up in one of the Ant Agonizer's lame little attacks. I guess he took it personal because he made a mechanical suit and called himself the Mechanist, said he would lead a robot army to fight her. Now he doesn't even respond to his name, and his robot army is more dangerous to the town than the ants ever were. You can usually find one of the trade caravans at the entrance to town. They come through every day or two. Other than them, Porter's always got food for sale down at the diner. Ha! Damn near everything, I suspect. I founded the place myself, and I'm the reason this place stays fat and happy. They're just small caravans that make rounds through the wastes, hawking their wares from Paradise Falls to Rivet City. They won't trade with anyone who's hit their friends, but that's about as organized as they get. I had thought about it, but some of these wasteland traders, well, they aren't exactly the organizational type. It'd take a pretty savvy businessman to make it worth their while to work together. Frankly, I'm not sure even I'm up to the task. I think you're right, and the specialization might play to their eccentricities. It could work. And I could act as their representative in this matter. Goodness knows I've known them for years, so I should be able to speak for them. Just let me know what you suggest in the way of specialties, and I'll let them know to focus on that area. Then you'd be looking for Lucky Harith, adventurer, martial artist, and occasional collector of the most deadly items known to mankind. He's a bit of an eccentric, but he deals in more weaponry than you can shake a sharp stick at. In fact, he's probably got a sharp stick, too. Harith's got quite a lot of weapons, but I'm sure he could improve his stock. An investment of 200 caps should see to that nicely. Excellent! Harith will be delighted. He usually is by most things, really. If Harith were a less reputable man, I'm sure he could use his armory to collect even more weapons. But he's a merchant, not a raider, so it's legitimate means only. Like a legitimate investment of 500 caps. An investment in weaponry is usually returned in short order, after all. That simply isn't feasible, I'm afraid. Harith's gear already rivals some mercenary armies. Anything further would be asking for trouble. Sure thing.
Just stumbled into town? You sure picked a fine day for it, with the crazies. I'm Joe Porter. We do our best. Well, Dom and Ro do their best. I just make sure they've got enough food. You ever find yourself starving around here, drop by Dot's Diner. We don't charge much. Only the best, hand-picked from the wastes, for what that's worth. You mean apart from having cheesy names? Actually, I think I might know something useful. One of the traders told me she sounded like a girl he used to know. Girl's whole family was wiped out by ants, not long before she showed up here. But they never found any trace of her body. Said her name was Tanya Kristoff. That might just be our little antagonizer.
When you find those two costume idiots, what do you want? Can't you Fine, hi. Whatever. I'm Machete, and I've got better things to do. I know Dom doesn't want me just killing them. He and the Mechanist used to be friends or something. All I know is, next time they come to town, I bet I could solve the whole problem with one bullet for each of them. This whole place would fall apart if it weren't for Dom and me keeping anyone from causing too much trouble. Fat old Ro may think he runs the place, but it's only because Dom lets the idiot. Busy. Go ask someone else.
Oh man, did you see it? Did you see it? The antagonizer was all like, "Fear me!" But the Mechanist was all, "Stop, evildoer!" The antagonizer, she's this evil supervillain who's trying to wipe out humans with her ants. And the Mechanist protects us with his robots. And when they fight in town, it's incredible! There's all these lasers and biting and blood, and it's crazy! And then my uncle says I need to stay inside. He says it's dangerous. This is serious business, Derek. Yeah, I guess. There's no one to play with. Everyone is so serious. It really kinda sucks. But the antagonizer's strong and forceful, and the Mechanist, he's smart and good. They make things fun. Well, exciting anyway. I bet it's awesome. You mean the superheroes? Yeah, I'll try to watch all of their fights. That's easy. The antagonizer's suit makes her super agile, but I guess her ants are pretty weak on their own. Just watch out for her royal guard. The Mechanist robots are a lot tougher, and his suit makes him super smart. I don't think he has any weaknesses. Well, maybe one. Since he's a good guy, he's not as ruthless as the antagonizer. Like, he'd never hurt an innocent like me, if he could help it. I don't know much about her except she really, really doesn't like people. That's kinda cool. I mean, sometimes people are jerks. I think her lair is somewhere in the caves to the north of the city. I've seen her ants down there once in a while. Joe Porter said he found out something about her, but my uncle won't let him tell me. He says don't encourage the poor boy. I knew the Mechanist back when he was just a normal hero. He used to be called Scott. Then he fixed up stuff around town. But one day, the antagonizer killed his favorite robot, and I told him he ought to fight back against her like a real superhero. Ever since then, he's been up on his forge and the back of the robot shop on the hill, working to protect us all from the antagonizer. No way! Don't stop. Unless maybe you're going to be a superhero too. You could be called Super Humongous and fight them with an army of super mutants. Well, okay. Say hi to the mech.
Good luck with it.
When you find those two costume idiots, put a bullet in their heads for me. Here.
Newcomer to town, huh? Well, I'm Dominic Delasadro, and welcome to Canterbury Commons. Try to ignore the idiot. Popular activities around town are trading, listening to row yap, and burying thieves in unmarked graves. Of course, we ran out of thieves to bury long ago. Saw to it myself. Might be a dead art, unless you're planning on stealing anything. Sounds like a good plan. Keeps the traders happy that way. And it means Machete and I get to save on ammo. Bro hired you to put a stop to their shit, did he? Guess he finally listened when I told him I haven't got the time to do it myself. It's easy enough to hide inside when those two square off, but they're only getting worse about it all. If you could just make either one of them stop fighting, it'd do the trick. You probably wouldn't have to worry about the other one. I can't imagine Scott attacking the town with his robots, and that ant agonizer girl was never much more than a sideshow freak by herself. Ro may prefer that you're thorough, but all I care about is that you get the job done, one way or the other. I don't know who she is, other than a crazy with an ant suit and a chip on her shoulder for humanity. She wasn't much trouble by herself, really. Her attacks were a joke, but at least stories of her kept some of the raiders at bay. If it helps, she was always attacking from the warrens up north. Maybe you can find her ant nest in there. You mean Scott Walensky? I refuse to call him by that ridiculous name. He used to be a damn good friend, and not just because he fixed my... Now he spends all his time up in that bot shop, just thinking about fighting the...
Attack on hostile target.
What are you doing in here? How did you get past my defenses? Did the antagonizer send you? Speak now, citizen, or I'll be forced to detain you until I can ascertain your true motives. I realize you mean well, but I'm afraid you're being naive. The antagonizer is a madwoman, and the only thing that will stop her is force. As much as I wish peace were an option, the antagonizer is too deluded, too inhuman to listen to reason. Sadly, sometimes the scaly claw of tyranny must be destroyed by the cold, unfeeling pincers of justice. Is that true? Have I really become a threat to the town? Am I really the villain here? Does this mean I should stop myself? I guess I could just give up my suit and stop being the mechanist. But I couldn't face the town after causing that much trouble. Here, please, take the suit. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm sorry. Just leave me alone. I've got a lot to think about.
What's a disc? Hell if I know, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway. You're listening to the adventures of me, Herbert Daring Dashwood, and my stalwart cool manservant Argyle. Today's episode, Super Mutant Mayhem. That'll teach those flavor slime bags to follow us. Looks like that's the last of them, boss.
Excuse me. Yes?
My spies tell me that meddling mechanist has been removed from the picture. I only wish I had that Tin Man's shell to... You don't have the mechanist suit. You don't have the mechanist suit. Don't... My spies tell me that meddling mechanist has been removed from the picture. I only wish I had that... Bring me the...
With all of that fighting, I never did get to give you the official... Welcome to Canterbury Commons, home of traders, caravanners, and most of all of excellent... Damn near every... That's grand. I do believe it's fair to say you've saved Canterbury. And unlike that mechanist, you did so with significantly less stress all around. Now, I do believe this is our agreed-upon payment.
Staying out of trouble? Good.
What's your business, stranger? Hannibal says I gotta let folks like you in, but that don't mean I have to like it. Keep your hands in sight and don't make any sudden moves. I'm coming down to open the gate. Hannibal is upstairs somewhere. I'm locking the door behind you, so don't try anything. I'm watching you.
I'm going to bed.
You again. Don't dawdle. Get in here. Lincoln's head looks good. You should be proud.
Ah, a visitor. I'm not going to ask you who you are. We are all escaped slaves. I need your solemn promise not to betray us to Paradise Fall. Until I get that, you... Welcome, brother. Our home is your home. Your past is your own affair, so long as you... As a symbol of our trust, here is a key to the gate. That's Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator. We don't know how it came to be here, but it's fitting, don't you think? For 23 years, I was a slave. Ever since I was 14. 6 years ago, I managed to escape from my master. He's been hunting me ever since. When I found the head of Lincoln here, I knew it was a sign for me to help other slaves to escape. I founded the Temple of the Union as a safe haven for runaway slaves everywhere. We are trying to make a safe haven for all runaway slaves. We give food and supplies to any that find us and help them on their way. We don't have enough room. There's not enough water or food here. But I have a plan to take over a place that will be a shining beacon of hope for all slaves. I want to move all my people to the memorial site for the great Abraham Lincoln, but I need to know if it's safe. I've heard rumors of super mutants infesting that area, though. We need to send someone to check that out first. I was hoping you would help us. The memorial is easy to find. Good luck. One other thing, talk to Caleb. He'll need your help. We can't leave unless he's ready too. He was a stonemason. It will fall to him to restore the memorial as best he can. He's been pestering me for weeks now to get him some things he needs. I don't have time to deal with him right now. Haven't you? Have you found?
Hannibal says you're on our side. He is the great emancipator. He freed all the slaves over 100 years before the bombs dropped. Hannibal wants to make his memorial a symbol of hope and freedom for all slaves. Yes, for 4 years. I was young and pretty. I don't need to tell you what my duties were. When my master married, his wife insisted I get sold. I'm an historian. I also tinker with pre-war machines. My dream is to build a shrine. Take care of your...
My name is Bill. Bill Seward, if you please, sir. That's Lincoln. Hannibal found it. He wants to put it back. I don't really understand why. Oh, yes. All my life. One day I killed the master's little girl. It was an accident, I swear. I ran away. They would never have believed me. Hannibal found me. I would never have made it without him. A bit of this and a bit of that. Whatever Mr. Hannibal needs. I look after the animals, cook our meat.
You're new. I'm Caleb. If you're going to be staying... Hannibal told you about Lincoln's memorial? Well, he doesn't just want to live there. He also wants to restore it. But I can't restore something if I don't know what it looked like. I need a drawing, a photograph of it. Our ancestors honored Lincoln's life with a display in the Museum of History. I'm hoping that a picture of the memorial still survives in there. Long time ago, 8 years, I think. 3 of us escaped during the night. They caught Liesel and John. Raiders took me in at first. When I heard about this place... Okay.
You need something, hun? If you're lucky. See, I knew you'd... Gob? Yes, of course. He's my son. Well, not really. Not like you would think of a son. We ghouls don't really work like that. But I love him like he's my own. Oh, that's wonderful news. I'm so glad. If you see him, please. But he shouldn't come visit.
Hey, what are you looking at? Is that so? Even if I call you a milk-sucking, mutant-loving, water-stealing son of a whore? I like a human that knows his place. Too many of you think we're all just zombies. They don't know or don't care that we're just as human as they are inside. We bleed, we hurt, we regret. And you know what really pisses me off? They think the only way to kill us is to shoot us in the head, like in the old zombie stories, and that'll put us out of our misery. Hey, I know. Maybe you could help me even the score. Not everyone is as sympathetic to ghouls as you are. In fact, some humans are downright bigots. They treat us like zombies, calling us brain eaters and shufflers. Well, I'm gonna make them pay. Before I get into the deep... Well, aren't you the bloodthirsty type? I got this list of people. Ghoul bigots. Real scum. I've only got 4 guys left on the list. Started out with 11. All of them hate ghouls and treat us like we're zombies. They all deserve to die. But it has to be done with a headshot. Just like the old stories, where zombies can only be killed that way. I'll pay you 100 caps for each one. 25 if they die some other way. Excellent. Take this sniper rifle. You'll need it. Here's a list of the guys and their last known locations. Word will get around if Tenpenny's killed. Bring me back something personal from each of them as proof. Like a key or a ring or something. They're ghoul haters. I want them all dead. Don't you think that's enough? It's a place for ghouls. Here, we're just people, not monsters. There are too many places where a ghoul can't get a fair shake.
I've got just the thing for you. I'm not going to rat on a... Ooh, a big spender. Well, it's better than nothing. Crowley has been outfitting himself for some big expedition. He's up to something, but he isn't saying what. Sure.
Yeah, you need something?
Daring Dashwood and my stalwart cool manservant, Argyle. Today's episode is the Black Widow's Web. Well, those super mutants are persistent, if nothing else. A word of advice, keep running. In those hills up there, isn't that where the little village of Recoverance is located? Where it lies.
I wish there were more people like...
What's up?
Don't hurt yourself.
I got my eye.
Turns out you're in good company, Miss Chase. Argyle and I are old friends of the government. Know the secret market and everything. Boss, that's privileged information. You can't just... Now, old chum. Miss Chase is hardly going to violate the secrets of Recoverless. Isn't that right, Miss Chase? Besides, necessity calls. So you do know where it is. Oh, come on, man. Super mutants can't be far behind. Over here, this large wall. And now, a secret knock. And voila! Oh, no, Miss Chase. I can assure you this will be our special thing. Listen to yourself, boss. This is Recoverless, one of the safest places in the wasteland, and you just showed a stranger where it is. Ignore my manservant's mockerings, Penelope. He has a penchant for dramatic, you see. By one time... Oh, I do.
That's close enough. Curiosity can get a Wastelander killed. Oh, and...
That's close enough. The memorial is off limits.
Keep moving, Mr. Walker.
Thanks for your help, friend. I don't know... Sure.
Here to see the good doctor? Let's see what the good doctor has in his magic bag, shall we?
Thanks for your help, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along.
I hear you're my mysterious invest. Thanks to you. Please, enjoy my selection of high-quality problem solvers. You have a picture. I'll...
Everything is done? Well,